Welcome back to Low Buck Builds. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to repair a plastic grill. This will also work for any plastic parts. So we can take a grill that's cracked like this and make it look like this. So stay tuned. I should have been a fishing YouTuber. So I bought this grill a while back. Whenever it came in, it was cracked. I paid $140 for it. So I called the company. They sent me a new one, and they told me just to keep this one. So I threw it up on a shelf over there. I'm working on getting the garage cleaned out and organized so I can get the Firebird in and work on it. And I decided to go ahead and do a quick video here when I get this fixed and sell it to somebody cheap that can use it. It'll look like new when we're done. So let's get to it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use super glue to kind of just hold it together long enough to get fiberglass in and build up some strength. I'm going to go ahead and use a generous amount of super glue because I can sand down to excess. So we want to make sure that we got a good structure to start with. Sorry for the voiceover, there was a lot of noise in the shop with the heater running, so just this little part of the video has the voiceover. So here I'm going to go ahead and use some tape just to kind of hold it together while the super glue dries. So here we're just going to do the same thing on the back, on this back crack. I know it's dusty, but it's not a big deal. When we sand, it'll take it out of there. And lastly, we'll go ahead and add this last piece of tape here for some extra structure, and we'll let this dry. So while that dries, I want to take a quick second and talk to you about Windscreen. Windscreen's sponsor of this video. They are a new automotive marketplace. They focus on getting rid of the stupid spam ads like this and this that you get off of Marketplace and Craigslist. They also are working to eliminate that. Is this still available? They get 30 messages from Marketplace. So if you're into flipping cars like I do, it's worth checking out just for those reasons. So please check them out and thank them for sponsoring this video. So we already got super glue on this part. Our next step is going to be to put some fiberglass on. Alright, so our next step is we're going to put some fiberglass on this. So let me mix up some fiberglass and I'll show you a trick on how I do this. Alright, this is the fiberglass I'm going to be using. I use fiberglass instead of Bondo because it's not going to crack. It's going to be actually stronger than the plastic. Alright, so I'm going to use a paper plate here because I can't find my mixing pad. It's around here somewhere. I'm kind of organizing some tools and getting stuff around before I start on the Firebird again, and it's a mess in here right now. So anyway, we're going to mix up a tiny bit of fiberglass to fill this gap, and I'm going to show you guys how I do it. New canvas is about done. This is my first time trying this, and I actually like this. It's a lot easier to work with than like Bondo hair and stuff like that. But we just need a teeny tiny little bit. That's more than enough. Just a little dab. I'm going to put a little bit more than usual because it's 45 degrees in here. Mix this up. Mix it until it's one color. This stuff's so much easier to sand than like hair, and it's strong. Alright. So here's the trick I use. Is I'll take tape and put on the back end. To give it a backing. So that I can fill the rest. Just like that. And we'll probably have to do 2 of these. So we're gonna let that dry and then we'll come back. We might do 1 more coat over the top just so we can get nice and level. All right, we're gonna do a quick level and then we're gonna do 1 more coat over the top so we can get it nice and flat. So I'm using 220 on a hard block. We're just gonna rub it, just do a quick little sand. It's not completely dry yet, but that just makes it easier to sand. I want this completely level. We'll wipe the dust out. We're just going to put a little bit more across here so we can get it nice and flat. That's it. We're gonna let that dry and we should be able to level it off really nice. It's gonna look like you'll never even know that crack's there, and it's gonna be stronger than it originally was. So we'll let this dry and then we'll come back and we'll sand it down and paint it. All right, Charlie. Entertain the masses. That's your 5 seconds of fame. Okay, apparently he doesn't want it. These are the items used in this video, and there's links in the description. Alright, I start sanding this down. Sorry guys, I'm fighting a cold, as you can tell. Alright, again, 220 hard block. Still not quite all the way dry, but I gotta get this done. We'll take the paper off the block to get all this stuff that's rounded. Right now I want to get this nice and flat. Which it looks like we're already pretty close here. Go ahead and pull this tape off. Go ahead and pull the paper off the block. This is what I like about this Fibral. It's easy to sand. Now it would be a little harder if it was drier, but we're going to do it before it's completely dry. I'm going to do a little bit back here. I'm not going to go nuts on this, because nobody's really ever going to see it anyway. When I put this on Marketplace, I'll let people know it's repaired. Probably put it on for like 60 bucks. Somebody that's got an old truck, that's just got old cracked up grill will be happy to have it and not spend $140 for it. Because all these are the type of deals I look for. As you can tell from the fender flares over there. Get this wiped down and see if we need to do any more sanding. A little bit right here. A bit more on the back. we're gonna let that dry. And we're gonna throw some adhesion promoter on here. Just because it's plastic, I like to do that. And then we'll do our undercoating. Now, if you want a cleaner finish, you can go ahead and go a lot more nuts on this. I'm not too worried about it because I'm using undercoating, but if you're planning on using actual paint, you might want to go ahead and do another round with 300, 320, something like that. For me, this is perfectly fine. All right, I'm gonna move some stuff around and we'll start hitting this with undercoating. All right, it's time to do some undercoating. And this will come out to like a flat. You can see it here on the flares. I use the same thing. Should match up well with the rest of the grill without having to paint the whole thing. Light coat on the first coat, so we'll get a bunch of runs. We'll give that about 10 minutes and we'll come back and we'll hit it again. So nothing too amazing here. We're just going to do coat 2, which is a full coverage coat, but just be careful not to have runs by putting too much on. And as always, if you like this video, hit that like button so I know the content you guys like. And if you want to see more videos like these, hit that subscribe button. And as always, leave some comments down below. I love interacting with you guys and discussing the videos and getting tips from you guys or answering questions that you have. And you can go as crazy as you want with this. You can make it look like brand new, but I'm not too worried about it on this. Next truck I get, it's going to look better than the grill that came on it. So, like I said, you can see it and you can fill in all the little cracks and everything, but this is good enough for my application. The person that's going to get it cheap is going to be happy with it. So this is what we're going to do. And here's the final results. It came out really good. I'm happy with it. You can see a little bit where there's something been touched a little, but really it's going to be covered when you put it on the truck anyway. It's nice and solid, looks good, and somebody's going to be really happy to have it on their truck and fix the old cracked one that they have that's sun faded. And if you enjoyed this video, I know you're really going to like this one, so here's a link to my fender flare video. Thanks for watching.